Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy from Desert Haven Enterprises, and today's lesson we're going to talk about your customer service attitude. What does that mean? It means the way you feel about customer service and all the things you can do to provide good customer service as long as you have a good attitude about customers. A good customer service attitude will result in more customer satisfaction. This is beneficial to everyone, and we're going to talk about that. Everyone benefits from a good customer service attitude. The customers obviously benefit because they're getting good service and they want to come back and they're getting the goods and services that they came in for. They come into a store or a restaurant because they're hungry or because they need to buy something, and everyone wants that to be a pleasant experience. And so the customers benefit. The employees all benefit from good customer service because everyone is happier, the customers are happier, and you get more customers, more money, more hours when there's good customer service in your business. The business obviously benefits by getting more customers and more money and happier employees and happier customers, and employees get more hours and make more money and more tips. And that's you. You make more money by delivering good customer service. You have a better day, you have happier customers. Everyone benefits from having a good customer service attitude. The way you feel about customer service, the way you feel about helping customers and genuinely caring about the experience that your customers are having when they come into your business. Customer service attitude and things you can repeat to yourself. Uh, Having a good attitude means following these things. My customer, my customers deserve the very best. Each customer. My customers are my employers, sort of. Your job depends on them. If the customers stop coming, you wouldn't have a job anymore. So, in that sense, yes, they're like your employers. My customer deserves my focused attention. That's true. Don't look away when you're talking to them. Focus on that customer. My customers expect me to be well informed about the menu in your restaurant, about the products in your store. Of course, when you're new, it's going to take some time to learn those things. But after you've been there for a little while and you make sure that you know everything, where everything is, or everything on the menu and how it's made, you're going to be able to really help customers a lot better. My customers' problems and complaints are important. It says up there, important. Your customers' problems and complaints are important. You may not understand why the customer's problem is important to them. That doesn't really matter. What matters is making it right and making sure that that customer leaves happy and satisfied. Your customer service goals should be one, to make your customers feel important. They are important. You can't run a business without them. You have to have people coming in, purchasing your goods and services, spending their money. They are important, super important. The next goal, make your customers feel welcome. Say hi to them. Use their name if they can, if you can. Um, Make them feel like a guest in your business. And third, make your customers feel like their satisfaction is important to everyone in the business, not just the managers. It's not their job to make everybody happy. It's everyone's job to make sure the customers are happy and satisfied and spending their money and getting the things that they came in for. When is a good time to demonstrate your good customer service attitude? Number one, when you're speaking to customers over the phone. Some jobs require phone work, some jobs don't. But when you are on the phone, make sure that you have a chipper attitude, smile with your voice. Hi, welcome. Thank you for calling. Right? Pick up your voice a little bit at the end. Thank you for calling. Right? Makes it sound like you're smiling. If you actually smile, people can hear that through the phone. When you're greeting customers when they come into the store, welcome to Mashberries, right? That's also a good way to let customers know that you know that they're there. It's good for loss prevention. If a customer knows that you're aware of them, they're less likely to shoplift. So greeting the customers is a policy in a lot of stores and restaurants, and loss prevention and preventing shoplifting is one of those reasons. Another time to demonstrate a good customer service attitude is when you're handling customers' questions and requests. They're all important. Where's the mustard is just as important as I lost $20. Whatever their question and complaint is, handling their customers' problems and complaints, that's a very important time to demonstrate good customer service attitude. Their problems are important. Make them important to you as well, and that's demonstrating good customer service. If you can't find them help, find someone who can. Some of the actions all employees should take to demonstrate a good customer service attitude. Consider the needs of the customers. Sometimes you can look ahead and see what they're gonna need. They're buying a bicycle, you might suggest that they buy a helmet for their kid. Consider what they need. Focus on them. If your phone is ringing or people are trying to talk to you from across the room or coworkers are talking to you, focus on the customer. Your coworker will still be there, right? You could talk to them at break, but your customer is there now. Focus on them. Be accurate. That means give them correct information. If you're not sure about the information that you're giving them, get someone to help. Get on your walkie and ask someone for the correct information so that you don't give a customer incorrect information, because that's no fun. You tell them the wrong aisle where the mustard is and they're still walking around and they have to go around asking someone else. That's not impressive. So make sure you know the answer. It's okay if you don't, especially when you're new, but if you don't know the answer, ask someone. Be efficient. This means don't waste time. If you tell the customer you're going to go to the back for go in the back to look for something, don't stand back there talking to your coworkers. Go see and get back to that customer and don't leave them hanging. Follow through means do what you say you're going to do. If you tell that customer you're going to the back to look for something, actually look for it. Okay. Follow up means that you ask them again later if they found everything okay. So follow through means you do what you say you're going to do. Following up is if you run into that customer again later in the store or the restaurant, ask them how everything went. Did you find that mustard? Awesome. We have so many kinds of mustard. So just check in with them, especially if you see them later. Don't just ignore them, but ask them, did you find everything okay? Did you find the mustard? Did you find whatever it was they were looking for? Some other actions to take when you're working directly with customers. Use a pleasant tone of voice, right? Smile when you talk. It's just muscles in your face. Hold your cheeks up while you talk so that you're smiling the whole time. Make eye contact. It helps people feel like you're focused on them. If you have trouble making eye contact, look at their nose or the bridge of their nose right here, and that will look like you're making eye contact even though you're not comfortable with it. Listen carefully to what they're saying and ask questions to make sure you understand. Go back and repeat it or ask them other questions so that you can clarify, make clear what it is that they're looking for or what it is they're looking to order or buy. What did they come in for? Maintain proper posture. Don't slouch, but stand up straight and smile. The most important thing. Again, it's just muscles in your face. Hold those cheeks up and smile it while you're talking to customers. It makes them feel welcome. It makes you seem more friendly. Even if you don't feel like smiling, just hold those cheeks up. Here's some more actions you can take when working directly with customers. Be prepared to answer questions. Again, when you're new, you should go around and learn everything there is to know in the store, where things are. If you're working in a restaurant, learn the menu. There's definitely things you should know when you go, customer asks you for directions to something, You say, I'm new, let's both go find it. And that way you learn where the mustard is or whatever, as well as the customer. So you're constantly learning where everything is in your store. Uh, if you have the opportunity to learn customers' names, use them. So much time now we don't, a lot of restaurants and stores don't learn customers' names, but some do. If you know them, use them. They love it. Customers love that. Handle complaints the best that you can. Whatever is in your control that you can handle it yourself. Customers like it when you don't have to pass the issue off onto somebody else and you can make them happy. It feels really good to make them happy. You'll feel better about it. If you cannot help them, get a manager. Now, I'm not talking about things that are immoral or illegal or anything like that. Those you should hand off straight to a manager. Anytime you have to say sorry, anytime you have bad news, make sure you say sorry first. I'm sorry the restroom is closed. I'm sorry we're all out of that. Maybe I can order it for you. If you cannot fix the problem, then get a manager. And always at the end of your transaction, thank them. Whether you're out on the floor working with the merchandise or you're the cashier, thank that customer for their business. It's very important. They should not be thanking you. Now, they do thank you sometimes, to which your answer should be my pleasure. Okay. Thank them first if you can. Okay. Do your best to thank them first. And follow up later if you see them in the store. Make sure everything was okay and they got everything taken care of. Quiz time! Yay! All right, I have this 20-question quiz here. It's true or false. You think you're ready? Here we go. Number one, it's important to make customers feel important. True. Very important to make customers feel important. It's important. Did I say important? Number two, first impression is formed when meeting someone for the first time. Again, this is true. When you first meet someone, they're going to size you up as a friendly person or not in the first seconds that you meet them. So it's important that you're smiling and that you're welcoming to these customers. Number three, you can create good relationships with customers by talking to them and taking an interest in their needs. They're making a certain dish and they're at the grocery store, and you can get into a conversation with them about the recipe that they're using or making some small talk about the weather or something. But be genuinely interested in your customers and get to know them a little bit. And next time you see them in the store, it's going to be easier and easier every time that you see them. So that's true. You can create good relationships by talking to them and taking an interest in their needs. Number four, asking questions helps to understand your customer's needs. This is true. If they come in and they say they need tape, what kind of tape? Scotch tape, masking tape, painter's tape, duct tape. There's so many kinds of tape, right? So ask them questions to help narrow down what it is that they're looking for. That's number four, and it's true. Number five, when speaking to a customer on the telephone, it's very important to restate the information to make sure you understood. So they ask a question, when is my delivery coming? They said it was going to be here at 8. Repeat that back to me. Okay, I understand your delivery was supposed to be there at 8 o'clock, right? You'll remember better what it is that they need, and also you're letting them know that you understood their question. Repeat back their information to make sure you understood and make sure they understood. So that's true. Number 6, rude customers do not need to be treated nicely. Guess what? Everyone needs to be treated nicely. Rude is a situation where you might think they're being rude, but they might not realize that they're being rude, or they may not feel like they're being rude at all. So it's important to treat everyone nicely, even if you think they're being rude. Now, if it gets out of control and they continue to be very rude or abusive towards you, get a manager to help you, but treat them nicely the whole time. I'll be right back and go get a manager. right? 7, learn customers' names and call them by name whenever possible. If possible, it's not always possible, but it's true that if you know it, you should use it. Number 8, all customers the same. All customers are the same and can be treated the same. Well, that's not true. All customers are not the same. They're all coming in looking for different kinds of stuff. They come from different cultures and different backgrounds, and they might be having a good day or a bad day, and you don't know. They're all different. So you can't treat them all the same, but you do need to treat them all in a respectful, friendly way, but they're not all the same. Customers are not all the same. Number 9, use proper grammar when speaking to customers, no slang or cussing. When you get to know your customers a little bit better, you might be able to sprinkle in a little bit of jargon, but for the most part, keep it neat and clean when you're speaking to customers because you don't know them and they might be offended by something that you say. So be careful about that. Number 10, customers keep you from doing more important work. Your boss gives you a really important assignment to stock a bunch of products by lunchtime, and the customers are constantly asking you questions. What's more important to do here? The customers. The customers. The stocking can be done later. When you're done with the customer, go back to your stocking. Every single time, go back to that stocking. But you have to help the customers. They are the reason you're in business. Focus on them. The customers do not keep you from doing more important work, so that statement is false. Number 11, when a customer is disappointed about something, do everything in your power to correct the problem. If you have the capability, you're empowered, you are allowed to help a customer in a way that you don't have to get a manager, then do that. But do everything in your power, including going to get the manager if you have to. So that's true. When a customer is disappointed, do everything in your power to correct the problem. Number 12, you don't have to speak to customers unless they speak to you first. True or false? That's false. You should greet every customer that comes within 6 or 10 feet of you. Hi. Saying hi to customers and greeting customers when you're in your business lets the customer know that you work there and that you're available to help, even without saying, may I help you? You just make eye contact and say hi to them. If they're shopping near you, say hi. Don't wait for them to talk to you first. Number 13, be respectful of different cultures and disabilities. Of course, be respectful. That's true. There's going to be people of different cultures and different abilities that come into your store or restaurant. Allergies, wheelchairs, people who are too short to reach stuff. Be respectful and helpful, right? If someone can't reach the stuff on the top shelf and you see them looking up there, walk over and offer to help. They might say no, and that's fine, but let me know if you need anything. If you need help with anything up high, let me know. I'm right here. Thanks. All right. So number 13 is true. Number 14, always remain professional with flirty or pushy customers. Do your best. Don't use bad language. Keep smiling. If you get to be feeling uncomfortable, excuse yourself and go get a manager. Okay? Or get some other employee to help them. But yeah, if you're feeling uncomfortable, get help. But remain professional. Keep your smile on your face. Stay in control. You can do this. So that is true. Remain professional. Number 15, Spanish and French are examples of body language. We didn't really talk about body language during this lesson, but eye contact and smiling are very important parts of body language. Your arm position, if you got your arms crossed in front of you, you look like you're closed off and not approachable. So don't fold your arms when you're talking to customers. Spanish and French are not examples of body language. So that question is false. Body language is language that you speak without speaking. Your eye contact, your smile, your arm placement, you're sitting up straight. I'm in the way here. Number 16, tell customers your name and let them know you're available. Like I said, you got a customer in a wheelchair. If you need anything from the top shelf, just let me know. I'm Nancy, and I'll be right over here. Right? Clothing stores, a lot of times too, you want to use your name, or if you're on commission, especially use your name with customers. Number 17, on the telephone, you can smile with your voice. I promise people can tell that you're smiling when you answer the phone with a smile. Speak to them with that smile. And number 18, 17 was true. Number 18, if you cannot help a customer, get a coworker who can. Doesn't have to be a manager. Sometimes it's just someone that's been there longer, like a lead person or an assistant, or just someone who's been there for a long time to help you. And the customers are okay with that, as long as you don't leave them hanging. Don't leave the customer there for a long time, but just say, or maybe take the customer with you. Let's go ask Bobby Sue because she knows her way around here. And the customer's fine with that. Sure, let's go ask Bobby Sue, right? So if you can't get it, you can't help a customer, get someone who can. That is super important. I'm in the way here. Number 19, the basic customer transaction. Greet the customer, help the customer, thank the customer. Every customer deserves that same treatment. Greet them on your aisle or on their way into the store. You don't have to greet them repeatedly if you see them again, although you can smile and make eye contact every time you see them. Help them if they ask you for help, or you can offer to help. But if they don't need any help, that's okay too. Smile. If you need anything, I'm over here. Go back to your stocking, right? And be sure at the end of every transaction, every interaction that you have with a customer, that you're thanking them, okay? And if they thank you, my pleasure, if they thank you. So number 19 is true. Last one down there, most important person in any business is the manager. Who do you think the most important person in a business is? Is it the manager? Is it you? No, it's the customer. Without the customer, you have no money coming in, you have no business, you have no hours, you have no paycheck. Customers are that important. Keep those customers happy, the money keeps rolling in, your hours will go up because you're busier, you make more money, everybody's more happy. The customer is the most important person in any business. How did you do? Did you get them all right? Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.